I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your dumpster fire for the week of March 27th to April 1st.
And the unicorns dance while the world burns, world burns.
World burns.
It's our last dumpster fire! April Fool. April Fools is for psychopaths.
You don't get any food! April Fools!
It really is.
I freaking hate April Fools.
I've always hated it.
My friend last night did one where she was like, I'm pregnant. And I was looking at the comments and everyone was so excited for her. And I was like, this is just fucking mean.
Yeah.
April Fools is like torture for people who are earnest and kind. April Fools is why we're all psychopaths now. It's the worst. I hate it. Yeah, but this is our last dumpster fire in the state of California.
Los Angeles sucks so bad during Christmas time.
Indeed.
And then we're out of here. We're going on tour with Gavin Newsom. We're going to be Gavin Newsom's openers on his road trip.
This is the first time hearing of this.
Oh, you didn't know, Maggie?
Oh, you didn't know Gavin Newsom is going on a fucking tour of America to go lecture the other states about what they're doing wrong?
Alan, right? Actually, it's Elaine.
I did not know that.
I was like, oh, is he just going to like go say hi to all the Californians that fled his state?
Hi,
Yeah.
you owe taxes?
He did this whole video. He started a pack. I mean, it's really just him testing the waters to see.
Right.
Like he's signaling to
A pack
see.
like a PAC?
Yeah, to see if he, no, like a,
I didn't know if he had
a
like
wolf
a pack.
pack.
Well, it's very probable.
They're going to drive around in a pack of camper vans.
We're part of it. You didn't know? He hired us. He wants to try and get those independents to vote for him.
You should hire Dave to write inappropriate baby jokes for
He
him.
did a whole video, but he's so bad at acting.
That's the truth.
He couldn't even sell his own lines. It's so bad. It's so bad. He's so schmarmy. I don't understand how anyone could possibly take this guy seriously, but people love him.
I know, they do. And if he's the only, like, if
No.
he's coming
Don't
up
even
against...
say it, Maggie! If we leave California and that motherfucker becomes president...
No!
It's not who we are.
Do you know how many people all over America will be furious?
If my choices
A
are
lot.
between Gavin Newsom and Donald Trump,
I'm voting
I'll be
for
like,
Trump.
I'm done. I'm
voting
done
for
here.
Trump.
I'll pick a third-party candidate.
Maggie's going to be an expat.
Dave said he's voting for Kanye. Just want to make that clear. That wasn't me.
Luna, who would you vote for? Kanye, Trump, or...
Ooh, I like that option.
I'm writing myself in. But I should actually mention to join us at Phetasy.com, and you can support your favorite show, band of lunatics online, your favorite Golden Girls online, your favorite people who are just as insane as you are, wondering what's going on in the world. And you also get the unedited dumpster fire the day before it drops. You get a lot of behind the scenes content. We have workouts for the ladies. We also have Right Club. And will that bird shut the
It literally started the second you were like, I'm Bridget Phetasy. I was like, the bird started.
Shut up.
Thank you,
Oh,
Dave.
Dave took care of it.
Dave
you,
just
Dave.
killed a bird.
I'm calling PETA.
He's just going to sit out here with a BB gun on bird duty.
Dave's inner Illinois kid
I'm
came
from
out.
the Midwest. Don't act like I've never shot a rodent with a BB gun.
Final California episode, final episode with Sammy Flaps and Folds until she comes and moves to Texas.
Maybe I can be your California correspondent.
Yeah, you should. We do have 2 historical dumpster fires coming out in the future while we are off moving so that you can still get your fix of this incredible high-produced show. No. And those will be the actual last 2 on this set. Don't forget to like my boobs. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, touch my bells and buttons. Tell your friends about us. I think in the future we're gonna start doing some of these live.
Do it live!
I have a strong feeling.
Yeah, that's the goal. To
Yeah.
do some more lives.
Do them live stream, but also like do a dumpster fire live.
Yeah, like as
Like
a
on
show.
a stage. Yeah.
Ooh, I'll fly down for that.
And then we will have openers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
including Dave Yates.
Including, but not limited to Dave Yates.
I'll do some stand-up.
Hell yeah. Before we get going, we'd like to address something very serious from last week's episode. Yes, we did go hard after some of your hero, Jordan B. Peterson. We did make burgers out of that sacred cow of yours, and a lot of you were pretty butthurt about the fact that Maggie called him a misogynist. However, no one seemed to care that he carried a briefcase of his own feces to work. A dude like JPB definitely gets his balls stepped on once a week, or has someone like Mr. Jane make him carry a briefcase of his feces to work.
Congrats on hitting 60. JPB has thousands of hours of lecture available online and piles of published scientific papers and helped countless people with his work. Shameful that a bad retweet could nullify a lifetime's work. I guess that's just the era we live in.
Okay, clarification. For the record, it wasn't the bad retweet. That was just cause to make fun of him because it was hilarious. I mean, come on. How can you not make fun of that?
If we abandoned our duty as people who are supposed to make fun of, if I retweet a porn clip and say that it's a Chinese semen factory and nobody makes fun of me, and their comedy, they haven't done their job. We have to make fun of everyone. I'm sorry.
And not denying at all that he's helped people, thousands of people, a lot of people.
Go listen to the factory settings where my husband is crying about Jordan Peterson. If my husband can take jokes and he is a Jordan Peterson stan, I think you guys can handle it. He is one of the people Jordan Peterson has helped.
And people are asking, like, why do I think he's misogynist? One of the first videos I ever saw of him was him basically wasted womb shaming, which is a term Bridget came up with, which is hilarious because I thought it was just a commonly used term on the internet.
It is now.
Oh, sweet Maggie.
So yeah, he wasted womb shames women who don't have kids and basically says they're not fulfilling their purpose in life and like something about them going crazy later in life. It immediately turned me off to him. It was the first thing I ever saw of him like actually speaking. So yeah, I'm sure he's got plenty of good stuff out there. People can love him all they want, but that's why I think he's a misogynist. And you're not really going to change my mind. He might not be like full hardcore misogynist, but that was enough for me.
But Maggie.
And then I understand why people got mad because it's like a word that gets thrown around a lot, like transphobe. And if you don't back it up with evidence or receipts or why you actually feel that way, it does seem like just something that you're throwing around in the writer's room and on the set. Because I never pushed back, but I didn't agree. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm not going to even. This is like a conversation for not dumpster fire,
right?
Because there's a bigger conversation to be had about. As someone who hasn't had kids and has reacted to that, and now someone who has a kid, and because there's a certain amount of it where it's like, oh, part of me was feeling defensive because it was something that I want. Now that I have a kid, I'm like, yeah, no, it's still something that would make me defensive on behalf of women because I know plenty of fucking women who have kids who are crazy.
My dog stepped on a bee.
Right.
And crazy is not limited to just females who don't have kids. It's to everyone.
Everyone's crazy. Yeah.
I don't really enjoy that argument. And I think this is something on the right wing that has always turned me off to the right wing, that kind of rhetoric. And it's a larger, more serious conversation that we could have on one of my other 5 million podcasts, not Dumpster Fire. And it's just funny, the like cult of personality. And we deal with this with Trump. I hope I never have a cult of personality around me that's like this. Guys, you got to be able to like take some shit. Jaron and I were talking about the reaction, and he's like, he's like a father figure to a lot of people. He's kind of stood in as the father, and they feel this intense need to like defend him. He's fine. He can defend himself. He's
fine.
Got millions of dollars in followers. He's okay. He's not going to like, well, he might cry.
If you're in pain.
But he's not. He's not going to like cry himself to sleep because my dumbass with not even a 1 degree made fun of him with like 6 degrees.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My dumbass made fun of him too, but
well, I made fun of him too. But and like Dave said, it is funny that like they're like, oh, you called him a misogynist. But I think it's because he does get accused of that quite often.
Yeah. Which, you know.
Some of it might be fair and some of it might not be. And by the way, women might perceive him differently than men do.
Yeah.
His message.
I know
and he's helped a lot of women.
a lot of people.
Yeah, he's helped a lot of people. I, for one, have been taking shit for making fun of Jordan Peterson since 2018. You can go on my Twitter and see it. You can go anywhere and see that I've been taking it from the stands since 2018. I'm used to it. I knew we were going to get I knew it. The minute you said it, I was like, oh,
well,
that one's not going to go over well.
Tell us in the comments what you think Jordan B. Peterson carries in his briefcase, if not his own feces.
Oh, I wouldn't change that. But it's not nothing.
It's a Machiavellian psychopath. Cut them all.
All right.
Speaking of cults of personality.
Troll-In-Exile. A Manhattan grand jury votes to indict Trump.
Troll indicted or indicated, as he indicated in his message to his followers. My God. It's at long last they found the silver bullet. Hush money to a porn star? That's
Who
it?
hasn't?
That's the thing? Remember how it's been like a million things, and every week during his whole administration, it was like, and this is the thing.
We got him now.
Teflon Trump gets taken down by like a ratchet porn star.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
Stormy.
Did you forget to take your Xanax this morning? God, I feel bad for your parents. I feel bad for your face.
This is just funny because for years I've been like, sorry, right wing. When you started defending a guy who like cheated on his pregnant wife with a porn star, you kind of lost all credibility for being the arbiters of the moral high ground. And here we are. Really weak charges, though.
Yeah.
Politically motivated. And I think they just needed to get this next season of the American reality show started. They were like, we need something weak enough that it's not going to stick because we actually need this guy around for the 2024 election. But we need something to really, get everybody to be paying attention to the orange man again.
Everybody loves me.
So here we are.
Next season on Nathan For You.
CNN has 58,000 viewers. They need this man.
We have
need
more
him.
viewers.
we have just surpassed CNN's
More
viewership.
than Clinton News Network. Woohoo!
It's like deja vu all over again. They're like, there's no way he can win. I'm like, you guys,
We've done this before.
we said this in 2015 and everybody's making fun of him and all the late night shows are like, ha ha ha, look at this buffoon. Isn't he hilarious? And I look forward to you in like 6 months being like, this is literally Hitler.
I agree with a lot he says, a lot.
It is an existential crisis. Democracy is at stake. All of the shit. I don't know.
I can't do it again. I can't do it again.
He's going to have a cooking show with Martha Stewart in a few years.
Not right now. I just want to focus on my turkey.
I love it.
He's going to be on Dancing with the Stars doing his little jig that he does. Once he gets out of jail, his campaign music is going to be Return of the Mac. What's more American than paying off a porn star and getting in trouble for it?
I have no idea.
Tell us in the comments what's more American.
That's the most quintessential American thing ever.
You mean to tell me the grabbing by the pussy guy paid off a porn star?
You don't say.
I am shocked.
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
The left is getting very excited about something very small. And the jubilee that they're celebrating is almost like when I was smoking crack and I would find a small little crack rock in the carpet only to go smoke it and find out that it was just a little chunk of deodorant. Always very disappointing.
Don't do drugs.
This is like when you find a roach in the ashtray of your car.
Every time I twist one up, you always seem to come right on by.
My nemesis is at it again.
I'm gonna grab Elon by the pussy. I just grab him by the pussy. He does whatever I want.
Elon is taking the original blue checks away on Twitter. Dun, dun, dun.
No! Why? I worked so hard for it. This is the blue check I was going to give to my daughter.
Oh
people can dunk on blue checks. It's like their favorite pastime on Twitter. All the people who are like, oh, those elite blue checks. Now who are you going to say are elites, huh? Who are you going to dunk on? Who are you going to be cooler than Sturger 567? I don't know what Sturger is. I'm going to find out it's like some fucking white supremacist shit.
Probably.
I know.
It's a Klansman.
Yeah, it's like some German thing.
We're going to have to do some research.
Sturger. And the numbers add up to like some, you just have to be very careful. Oh, really, Bridget? Sturger, huh?
You're a fan?
Canceled.
And now I'm tweeting about you, bruh. And now you're trending, bruh. And now your life is ruined, bruh. And now you're fired, bruh.
There's nothing you can say anymore. This is what's so funny to me about this whole kind of theory of Elon's. This is supposed to help with the class distinction, making people pay for the blue check. So if you can't afford a blue check, you are just not allowed on the For You page. None of your tweets get shown to anyone. They don't get boosted. It's like the opposite of an egalitarian move. This creates a caste system on Twitter.
I just want to change the world.
This is the destruction of the Twitter middle class. Pimp Daddy Elon is turning you all into pay pigs. He wants people to pay for this thing, but he spent the past 6 months bashing what the blue check is. And he's made anyone who has a blue check seem like a status obsessed loser. And this is like your marketing ploy to get people to buy the blue check. So now people are embarrassed to even have a blue check. If you pay for one, the first comment you always get is, I can't believe you paid for Twitter, loser. Now they're offering the ability to hide the blue check if you actually pay for it, which says a lot about your product that you need to hide your blue check. Isn't that a clue that part of your sales pitch is that you need to hide your product? Your Twitter subscription now comes in a discreet package, just like your boner pills.
I've got a package for you.
What is it?
Penis pump, I'm pretty sure.
And your grapevine. For those who know, Elon was kind of banking on the fact that all of these newspapers and organizations would pay for their journalists and for them to have their blue check. But like the New York Times and the LA Times and everyone came out and said, we're not paying for blue checks and we're not reimbursing our journalists. So now you're going to have no way of knowing who is a real source, because already we don't trust our actual news sources. Now we won't even know if they're the actual news source. It's layers upon layers of chaos heading into an election year. So things are going to be great. I'm starting to think that he has some serious Joker energy.
Nothing can hurt me anymore.
Joker like the dark movie Joker.
This is all for a site that doesn't really work anymore, you know?
I mean, to be fair, he's kind of trying to fix these things in real time. So he did open up the source code, and who knows, maybe it will get better. It just has to get worse before it gets better. And maybe this whole blue check thing will work.
But this is not the way you roll out a new product.
It doesn't matter when you're Elon Musk. The whole Silicon Valley phrase is move fast and break things. Like, move fast, start AI, break the world.
Grimes changed her daughter with Elon's name. It was Exa Dark Side Rail.
It was acai bowl with some banana and almond butter.
And now
some bee pollen.
Now Grimes' baby goes by Y, just the letter, or YWHY, or just question mark. Did they call her question mark?
This is little baby Riddler. That's what I'm going to call her. I have a question. Why would you set your daughter up to be so f***ed up? This child is going to be in therapy. And the first thing they're going to say is, why? And then the kid's going to be like, were you going to ask a question? Oh, no, I was just saying your name. Why are you here? Why?
Why is my name Y, Mom? What have you done to me?
For our Spanish viewers, ¿por qué? I've never seen an infant question their existence before.
I know she's got
like this
bleached hair. She even has Riddler hair.
Why are you bleaching your baby's hair
with the green streaks or highlights?
Someone call CPS on this family. Why do you have to have these crazy names? Just name your kid John, for crying out loud.
No.
Why would you do this to them? I have so many questions. Why? Why would you do this to your daughter?
Why?
So selfish.
I know. It's so selfish.
So egotistical.
I
mean, this is the most narcissistic thing to do, is name your kid something ridiculous so that you can somehow feel special.
And just set them up to be constantly mocked.
Constantly. It doesn't matter that your mom is Grimes and your dad is Elon Musk. These kids are still going to get teased and bullied. Rightfully so. You gave them horrible names.
Your mother's name is literally Grimes. I was just laughing. I was like, if there's not enough reason to make fun of you as a child anyways, because your mom is named Grimes, like you have to like double down and name the kid a question mark, a queef star.
A queef star. The baby Riddler. The whole family is just a bunch of Marvel villains.
I know.
Or is it DC?
DC.
DC.
Come on, Bridget.
Siri, please take my life. Over 1,000 tech leaders, including Elon Musk, have signed an open letter urging a pause in AI development and cite profound risks to society and humanity.
This whole letter was a show, though. It turns out the proposal was written by ChatGPT. It ended up having like fake signatories on it, and some of the people disagreed with it, and they couldn't verify that some of the people were even real.
Because Elon took all the blue checks away.
Yeah, there was no blue checks on this. There's no verification system in real life either anymore. And this petition is coming like a month too late. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is already out of Pandora's box.
I don't know who Pandora is or what's in her box.
The genie's out of the bottle. The AI technology is out of Pandora's vagina.
I mean, like you said last week, it's an arms race. You think China's going to pause for 6 months?
We can't even stop the AIs from signing anti-AI petitions. That's how ridiculous this is getting.
They're playing the long game.
They're really playing the long game. They must be Chinese AI. We really need like the good AI versus bad AI duel to happen.
Like Transformers.
Yes. Exactly like Transformers.
We need our Optimus Prime.
Yeah, open my cargo door. Yeah.
Trailer!
I just want to know what the only person who knows the most about AI has to say about this. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You son of a bitch!
What does Arnold think?
Y'all get down to the chopper. The AI is coming.
He needs to be put in charge again of a state or something.
Let the governor of California take charge.
Say what you will, but those were some golden years in California when the Terminator was in charge.
Patriarchy So Crafty. NPR had to walk back an article claiming there's limited scientific research that male athletes have physical advantages over their female counterparts.
Breaking news! Men are stronger than women. If only we had some evidence of men being stronger than women. Exhibit A, rape. Because back in the coal miners' days, they were sending women down into the caves to lug boulders out of the way. And also, rape.
It's funny, Kyle.
It's not funny. It's kind of funny. If women were as strong as men, there'd be no reason to say that they're empowered.
It's true.
What is this ridiculousness?
Men never have to say they're empowered.
No, because they are in power. This is a man's world.
Parade of morons. Gwyneth Paltrow was found not at fault for the skiing accident she was involved in 7 years ago.
That trial, do you know it was watched by 30 million people?
Wow.
Justice.
They should have sold that to to Netflix.
Yeah.
When is season 2? It was amazing. There's no joke that I could write that would be better than just showing you clips of the trial itself. The lawyer was a fangirl and would be asking her these questions like, I understand that. I'm like that too.
Probably had a better ski outfit though, I bet. You're a good tipper. And you're not trained in accident reconstruction. No. Neither am I. Okay. I am so jealous.
And then she also kind of did digs at her where she was like, how tall are you? But then she was like, oh, you're pretty small. Well, not that small.
You're small but mighty. Actually, you're not that small.
The best was when she was like, well, and she's such an actress. She's been acting for a long time. She probably doesn't even know when she's not acting anymore. And she's like, well, I did lose half a day of skiing with a completely straight face.
Completely straight.
And he has deterred you from enjoying the rest of what was a very expensive vacation.
Well, I lost half a day of skiing.
Yes. Right. Okay.
Like no awareness of the fact that what she's saying is ridiculous.
None. Because it's not to her.
No.
None.
I mean,
her
I'd be
only
upset.
conception of money is time. That's how rich she is. It's like, I lost a half a day. My time is valuable. Everybody does all of my stuff for me that would, eat into my time to be completely gooped out.
At all times.
At all times. Anything that would take away from me being self-actualizing 24/7, like these pleb jobs, doing your laundry or washing dishes.
I mean, people were obsessed. Someone was like, does anyone know how long this Gwyneth Paltrow trial is expected to last? I'd like to clear and plan my schedule accordingly to Nevada
amazing.
time.
Amazing. And this guy was such a charlatan, the guy who was suing her. He basically said he was fine and then found out it was Gwyneth Paltrow and decided to sue her, and then she countersued him for $1.
And her legal expenses.
I mean, what a boss move.
And she left and she was like,
way to go, Goop.
Yeah, but he crashed into her, and that's how the report was filed or something, and then claimed she was the one who crashed into him.
She's like, excuse me, can I please be done with this so I can get back to my rectal ozone sunning, which apparently is something that she does.
It's not sunning. It's like
she
gas
gets air pushed in her beehole.
Injected in her butthole.
Purified air in her beehole.
What is the purpose of this, Sam?
I didn't do it. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, I feel like you shop at Erewhon. You know all these trends, Sam.
You're wearing Birkenstocks right now.
Get off set, Dave.
Come on, Sam. You know what these trends are all about.
You know it, so your farts are cleaner.
It's so her vagina actually does smell like a lotus flower candle or whatever. A gardenia.
A gardenia. When I think of my vagina, I think of gardenias.
I love these people so much. They're just out of touch completely.
They just exist solely for our entertainment.
Yes.
Imagine being somebody who actually puts air in rich people's buttholes.
Yeah, that's your job. A moment of silent contemplation.
Let's take a minute to check in on the weather with Andrea Conchola.
Con mínimas de 11 grados Celsius. Llegamos a los 28 para Mérida, un clima muy agradable, cielos parcialmente nublados con probabilidad de lluvia para este día.
Thank you, Andrea. Like, subscribe, and comment. Touch my bells and buttons. Make sure you tell your friends about us. If you know anybody who would want to subscribe or put their brand attached to such a politically correct show, let us know.
Dumpster diving.
What's next in the dumpster?
A Chinese startup company has created a long-distance kissing device.
This thing's so creepy. This is so the AI can learn what human touch feels like. This is how it begins.
Ew.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but whatever happened to mutual masturbation on the phone? We don't need these newfangled devices. That thing's going on someone's genitals, all I know. That's immediately where it's going.
I mean, it looks like a fleshlight.
I know it does. That's
what I thought it was at first.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was too. It's basically a fleshlight for your phone that you can kiss.
Yeah.
This is a sex operator's worst nightmare.
It's my worst nightmare. Look at that thing. It's so gross. And then the demonstration of the person kissing it, you're like, ugh.
They're like, who kisses like that? People don't even know how to kiss anymore. This is why the birth rate is collapsing. No one knows even how to kiss anymore. They have to kiss robots.
Yep. This is for people who've never actually kissed anyone in their lives.
And they never will.
Yeah.
Because they're having these long distance relationships where they can be like, I miss you. And they're like, I miss you too.
Just look like a fish.
That's what it looked like, though.
All right. Then we have scientists create a woolly mammoth meatball, but are too scared to eat it.
Maybe we can have the fake mouth try it. See if it survives.
Sam, would you eat that?
I'd probably try a little bit of it.
It's from like resurrected mammoth meat.
Why would you create something that you weren't going to try, huh?
But your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Could God make a meatball so strange that he himself would not eat it? This meatball was created in God's image.
Would you eat the meatball?
No.
You wouldn't try even just a little Costco sample?
I've eaten Stranger Things in fish parking lots.
Resurrected from dead,
Yeah.
extinct.
If you've eaten a grilled cheese in a fish parking lot, you'll eat anything.
They were good in the fish parking lot.
See, you remember.
They weren't meatballs resurrected from a dead mastodon or whatever.
Mammoth.
I don't think I'd eat it. Nope. I don't want this Frankenstein meat. We don't need to be playing God with meatballs.
Let God play with the meatballs.
Did anyone have Earth destroyed by sentient mammoth meatballs in their bingo card?
This is how the zombies happen. They start getting a taste for the meatball flesh.
Breaking Bridget.
This week actually did break me. It was like almost as bad as the Kanye week, maybe worse.
Covenant shooting, victim blaming kids, the takes.
Yeah, the takes. So, unfortunately, for our last week at Dumpster Fire and all of the families involved and our country, again, there was a school shooting, which generally we like take the week off if there's a school shooting because it's so heavy. This one was out of the news by Monday afternoon.
Oh, yeah, some kid shot up the school.
Who shot up the school? Was it you?
No.
Did you get shot?
No.
Oh. Well, what's this about failing a math quiz?
Because it was a member of the protected class that commit the atrocity, and therefore it was out of the news cycle in less than 24 hours, basically. Because it came out that it was likely a trans man who went and I'll cry if I even talk about it. It's like so tragic. All of the kids, they killed kids, which is something I do not understand in our society. What the is going on that people get this in their brain as a thing to do? It makes no sense to me. Apparently there's a manifesto that's not being released. I think we as the public have a right to know. And it's ridiculous because they're like, oh, why did they do this? Why did they do this? Well, there's a manifesto. I wish we knew why they did this. They wrote a whole manifesto. Oh, if only we had a clue. They had text messages with people saying they will all be revealed. They left a manifesto. They wanted us to read the manifesto, and it's somehow not coming out. The appalling lack of empathy from our media and from, in this case, the White House and celebrities when somebody from the protected class commits these atrocities is so unsettling and disgusting. Identity either matters or it doesn't when there is a school shooting or shooter. You don't get to just say that it does in some instances and then in others act like it was some passive SUV that crashed into a parade, or this rampage that occurred. In this instance, this is what the NBC called it, a rampage. You don't have to say that it's because they were trans, but you don't get to ignore their identity if it's inconvenient. Like Madonna coming out and saying they were going to do a benefit in Tennessee where the freaking shooting happened. Can you imagine being these families and like you lost your 9-year-old child and your mother, or the adults who got killed, all the people who were family members and friends, and the media is just treating this like somehow the victim is the actual shooter? We know that if you give these shooters attention and post their picture everywhere, which I've seen this person's picture everywhere, and give them kind of accolades, that this is exactly how we get copycat shooters. You're not supposed to do this. It is disgusting. Not to mention that every other time there's some group of people who is shot up, you have the entire media class being like, we stand with X group. And this was a school, a Christian school. It was all Christians who were targeted in this instance. Where is the White House saying we stand with Christians? Where is anyone? People notice this shit. Not just people on the right wing, people who are like me who think it's f***ing disgusting when the media is so blatantly hypocritical. It's so f***ing gross. Some of the stuff that I've seen come out of the media is like, there was a Daily Mirror article that was like, the shooter was going to be a graphic illustrator. Oh, really? What about all the kids who died? What about what they could have been? If somebody asked me someday, what is the week that you really realize that there's just rules for one set of people and everyone else it does not apply, it would probably be this week. There was a young kid who got kicked out of a Pokemon tournament for nervously giggling when they asked his pronouns. And the judge then felt unsafe and they kicked this 17-year-old kid who had depression like out of the tournament. This story is ridiculous. Meanwhile, while all of this is happening, the government, basically like bipartisan agreement, is trying to pass this bill that strips Americans of their search and seizure and free speech rights under the guise of banning TikTok. So definitely go down that rabbit hole. Glenn Greenwald's been all over it. You can check him out talking. It's been a week. This week has been a year. It's dark. This stuff is dark. I never really understood when Michael Malice used to say corporate press is the enemy of the people, and I totally get it this week. I've been starting to get it, but if you watched mainstream media, you would probably have no idea that this was a trans man that did this.
Yep.
And 2 state capitals got taken over by protesters, completely taken over, uncontrolled. Never heard about that.
And which side took them over?
Well, if you never heard about it, you know which side took them over. Like insurrections, 2 insurrections, Tennessee and in Texas. They took over the Capitol and interrupted the proceedings. I was told that was an insurrection. This is enemy of the people stuff. Not individual journalists, but these like headlines and spinning this stuff and acting like it. I'm going to cry. Like somehow these kids were to blame for this person who decided to kill them. It is like the completely appropriate dumpster fire to take a break on.
Yeah, it is.
It's so dark. This week was dark, but it was also a dumpster fire.
Yeah, it was a true dumpster fire.
Yeah, this whole week was I could have done a dumpster fire every day this week.
Uh-huh.
I know we're not ending on a laugh, but I was outraged.
But Bridget managed not to ugly cry, so it was a win.
Yeah, no shit.
She managed not to Jordan B. Peterson.
I'm gonna eventually. And then it'll just be like videos of me ugly crying online.
Phetasy News.
Join us at Phetasy.com. You get the unedited version of this shit show the day before it drops online. You also get a community of like-minded people. We have the ladies doing workouts. Everyone's doing writing prompts. It's an awesome community, and it's a great way to support the show. You can go find all of the things that we're doing at bridgetphetasy.substack.com. It is free to subscribe every Friday. You will get a nice little newsletter where I blab about whatever, and we package all of the different content that we're putting out in one place. So it's easy for you to keep up with, and it's a great way for us to keep up with you and let us know of any new deals coming out on our merch, which you can find at bridgetphetasy.com. Any tours we might be doing, any shows that I might be doing, anything. Just find us there. Put your email on the list. We don't sell it to anybody. It's just so that we have a way to keep in touch. Thank you, Dave Yates.
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you for all your help. We look forward to remotely still getting your jokes until you leave us for greener pastures. Thank you, Luna Viola, for the makeup.
Thank you, B.
Thank you, Ben Howe, for your editing skills. And thank you, Better Phetasy, for the research. Thank you, Sammy Flaps and Folds.
Bridget.
We're going to not be the same without you, but we're still going to see you, and you're still going to remotely patch in.
Yeah.
Yes.
You will be missed, Sammy.
Yeah, it's not going to be the same. It won't be the same without the birds and the dogs and
the garage.
Yeah, this is the end of an era.
It is.
I might ugly cry again.
These are the days of soup and toast for Dumpster Fire.
It's so crazy that we've done 111 episodes and everyone has been a miracle. Thank you, Cousin Maggie. Can't do this without you.
Thank you, Bridget.
Maggie's coming with us.
Yep, I go where Phetasy goes.
She's coming to Texas. Thank you to our audience, subscribers, supporters. We cannot do this without you. You make us smile and laugh, and even when you get mad at us, we still love you. We are fam, and we intend to keep it that way. We appreciate you, and we would just be screaming into the void without you. So thank you for your comments, telling people about us, buying our merch, and just being awesome. You're all hilarious. And thank you, Zenpro Audio, for all of our audio equipment. We purchased all of our sound equipment from them, and we encourage you to do so if you need sound equipment. Support small businesses. And thank you, Sheath Underwear, our loyal sponsor. We love you. We love their product. Another small business we encourage you to support. The links are in the description below for all of this stuff. The internet is glorious. Aww.
Some local kids have started a lemonade stand down the street. They're using store-bought. So I picked these lemons off my tree, and I'm gonna put them out of business. How easy is that?
Why is it that even beautiful women, bad bitches, are single today? It's simple.
Oh, here we go.
Feminism.
Oh, is it feminism? Is that what it is? Is it feminism?
You ain't a queen. You ain't never gonna be my queen because you ainnt my mother.
Oh, so you want to date your mom?
You don't love me unconditionally. You love me under conditions.
Yeah. That's kind of how it works.
And the problem is that I'm a man, I'm a leader, I'm the toxic asshole guy, the tool, right?
Yes, accurate. Also, it sounds like your fire alarm needs a new battery.
But when I tell you to do something, do it.
The bar is already just so low, and you just went so much lower.
Don't expect me to chase you and beg you and get on my knees.
I just, at what point do you think to yourself, this is a good idea for a video, and then post it?
Bro, I'm not submissive. I'm dominant.
Are you though? Because it kind of seems like you're overcompensating.
We were in the middle of our tournament when my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
This has been your Dumpster Fire for the week of March 27th to April 1st. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich! To get caught up on our backlog of dumpster fires, click here.